Good evening, everyone. How's everybody doing? I am Miss T, Miss Tiani. You can call me Miss T. And this is my first time meeting y'all. So, hi. I have been emailing you guys or texting you, just confirming that you're going to be on the call in case you don't know who I am. So it's good to meet you. Um, we are filling in today for Chef Dre and Miss Chastity. I believe Chef Dre is going to come on a little later, but we're going to go ahead and get started. We have our Chef Michelle ready to go. So without further ado, first, let me let you know or remind you to please turn your cameras on. I think there's how many of us? Has everybody got the cameras on?
Just
Everybody have
about.
their ingredients ready to go? Any questions before we get started? Anything you need to know?
I have a question.
Yes.
When it comes to the actual baking part, I have a cousin who wants to help. Is that okay?
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
thank you.
Help cook or help eat. Either way, she could help. It's fine. All right. Without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to our chef, Michelle Johnson.
Hi guys. Hello. How y'all doing today? I hope y'all are good. It's nice outside, right? So who wants to be stuck in here with a hot oven on? But that's okay. We're gonna have some fun with some cookies, some chocolate chip cookies. I'm excited to meet you. So what I want to do before I start getting into all the stuff about me, I would like to know your name and if you have a nickname, and if it's okay if we can use your nickname, um, like, and if you have a question, you could say, um, Chef Michelle, I have a question, and then say your nickname, and then we'll go from there if there's a question in between. So who wants to go first? Who wants to be the bold one and introduce themselves and say their nickname and things like that? Also, if you want, you can tell me what do you expect to learn? Okay, I think it's Summer and Ivy. She raised her hand.
We can't even see it. Hello,
Hi.
my name is Summer. And my
Mhm.
name is Evie, but it's spelled like Ivy, but you say it Evie. Just,
Eve,
yeah.
Summer and Evie. What do you like about baking the most if you've ever baked?
Um,
I just like trying it.
yeah. Like seeing like how your work looks after and like when you thought it was gonna come out bad, but it's actually really good. Yeah.
All right. That's the best part. Summer and Evie, got it. Okay, who wants to go next? Okay, I think I saw Stephanie.
Hi, my name is Stephanie. A nickname is Steph.
Okay. Okay, what you like about baking? What is your the funnest part?
Probably either decorating or eating.
Okay. Decorating or eating. All right, I think the other young lady that had her hand up. I can't see her name.
Stephanie.
There's another Stephanie?
You have E Stephanie and you have Stephanie.
Oh, Stephanie.
Hi,
Hi.
my name is Stephanie. They usually call me Steph, and my favorite part about baking is trying what I made and seeing if it's actually good.
Okay. Those are the two best things. But there was another one, the one that asked could she bake with her cousin too. E Stephanie. E Stephanie. So I gotta call one E Stephanie and one Steph because I can't call you both Steph because we will get confused. Is that okay? Okay. Okay, the young lady with the cousin that wants to help baking.
Hi, my name is Roxy, and one takeaway I hope to get from baking is learning like what's an appropriate amount for like measuring cups. Like I never use measuring cups. I honestly just throw everything in there. And if it turns out good,
Oh,
it turns out good. but I don't bake, that's the thing. I only cook. So yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, well, that's great that you want to learn that. And usually with cooks, usually when we cook, we don't really measure, but with baking is so important. So I have a funny story. Um, I've been baking for I guess since my son was born. So it's been almost 10 years. And I was baking before I went to school. And the teacher, guess what she wanted to bake? Chocolate chip cookies. Well, I was a professional at that, so I knew how to do that. Well, let's just say Michelle thought she was a little bit better than the teacher and wound up having one big flat burnt cookie. So, moral of the story is measuring is very important. So I'm glad that Roxy wants to learn that. And yes, one of the best things that you can do is learn how to make a basic cookie. Even though chocolate chip cookies are basic, we all going to use the same recipe, and it's going to taste totally different. It's going to look different, and you're going to be like, wow, how did that come out like that? And you can make it however you want. You can make them big. You could do mini cookies. You could do one big cookie. You ever seen a chocolate chip cookie cake? It's just so many fun things that you can do with a cookie. Did I miss anyone?
Oh, I didn't go.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so my name is Reem or Rima, whichever, doesn't matter. My favorite part about baking is making my dessert look nice and like very like chic.
Oh,
Hmm.
chic, huh?
Yes,
All right, that's good. Rima. That's how you say it, Rima?
correct.
Yes. Okay, good. Well, yeah, one thing about bacon, if it don't look right, I don't want to eat it. Well, let's just make sure that even if it looks nice, because you ever taste something that looked nice and then didn't taste that great. So we want to make sure we got the flavor profile right and all of those good things. So there's a few things um, that I want to say. If you guys are going to cook today, if you're going to bake today, I need you to do me a favor and turn your ovens on. Put it on 375 because we are going to get into our PowerPoint, but we need to make sure that the ovens are on. And that's only if you're baking. If you're not baking, don't worry about it because it's too hot to have the oven on the other way. But and I did get everyone right. We got Rima, Roxy, Stephanie, Steph. We have it was 5 or 6.
I
Rima,
see a couple gentlemen here.
oh,
Mr. Isaac, Mr.
see, I can't see everyone.
Jason.
Jason.
Okay, so Isaac, Jason, let's hear you. I'm sorry. Don't be shy.
My name is Jason, and
Jason.
yeah, I'm kind of just here for the business portion, but I don't mind baking.
Oh, okay. Are you going to bake with us today, Jason?
Yeah,
Okay. 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 Nice to meet you. And who was the other young man?
Isaac.
Isaac. Okay, Isaac.
Hello, I'm Isaac. My favorite part about baking is seeing the end results and,
Yes. What about tasting it?
and tasting what I'm eating. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Roxy has her hand up.
I have two questions. Okay, first one is how do we like set it to 375? Like, do we keep it on warm, bake, roast?
So hit bake. Do you have one where it says the bake and then it's like a plus and minus sign?
I have like a where you could like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like you could choose the numbers.
Okay, so hit bake and then you should be able to put 375. I think. I
Do I
think
put
that's
it like on start or do I need to have something inside first?
oh yes, push start. So bake 375, then start. That's like
Okay.
a new oven.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But I have
Wow.
another question. My cousin is asking if she can introduce herself too.
Okay, what's your name, sweetheart?
Okay, wait, she has permission from her parent to be on camera, by the way. Okay, here.
Hi,
Oh,
my name is Genesis, but my nickname is Jenny.
okay, Jenny. And what do you like about baking, Jenny?
I usually bake with my sister.
Okay. All right. And you like to taste it or you like to see the end result? What do you like about
I like to taste it.
it? My girl. All right, Jenny, it's nice to meet you.
You too.
Okay, so is there anybody that I'm missing? We got Jason. We got Isaac. Okay. All right, guys. So make sure you guys, there's two things that I want to make sure that you do before I get started. I want you to turn the oven on. And if you are going to bake, I need you to put your hair back. You see the way my hair is back? Because the worst thing that you can do is have hair and cookies. We don't want that. If you have a net, because I see that Isaac has a whole beautiful mound of hair. If you have like a net or a shower cap, we don't want cookies in here. Just a little, just a little FYI. All right, guys. All right, let's get started. Okay. My name is Chef Michelle. You can call me Chef MJ if you would like. Um, I am, hold on, let me get my screen together because I'm trying to slide me over. How do I get the,
What you need?
oh, here we go.
Okay.
I guess that's how I do it. All right. So my name is Chef MJ. I am a wife, a mother of three. I can't say recently. I graduated from Rowan College with my associates in pastry arts. I am a salon owner, and my vision is to have a salon and a cafe attached to it. I'm all about I'm very innovative. So, and that means I have a lot of vision and very creative. So, I love to bake cookies and bread. I like to see the differences that happens with bread. Anybody ever baked bread before? Oh my God, it's so amazing to watch it rise and and to punch it down and to kind of make it into whatever shapes you want to make it. So, I got very excited about that kind of stuff. What else about me? I don't bake as much as I used to, but I do try to bake at least 3 times a month. Uh, Mostly if there's orders or if I do it for the salon so that people can taste my baked goods. Uh, I love chocolate chip cookies because you can do whatever you want with them. And so that's why I'm excited about teaching you, if you haven't done it already, how to make a chocolate chip cookie. Okay. I'm trying to remember. Oh, there it goes. All right. Purpose of this class is to provide an overview of baking basics. And once again, we are baking chocolate chip cookies. Um, I hope you guys have all your ingredients. I pray you do. Okay. So these are essentials, guys. You need flour, you need sugar. Flour provides structure in the pastries. Sugar adds sweetness, flavor, and color. Eggs to thicken, to build, to emulsify, to stabilize, and it also provides color and flavor. And that's why, because you have so many things that provide color, you have to make sure that you are adding the right amount. Okay, butter. Butter adds flavor. It adds tenderness, and it adds structure to cookies, cakes, pies, and pastries. Leavening agents like baking soda and baking powder. For baking powder, if you want to make biscuits, you usually have to use a nice amount of baking powder to get the rise. If you want to have a spread, you use baking soda, and so you get yourself a nice round cookie, depending on how big or small you want the cookie to be. So these are the things that you need in order to have a good baked good. And of course, you can add things like, you don't have to, but for chocolate chip cookies, you can add like craisins or walnuts or pecans. Some people don't like all of that. Some people do. So the fun thing about it is that you can add that stuff at the end. All right. So that's what I said. I told y'all to put your hair up. So what I'm trying to teach you in baking is that mise en place, and that is a French term for everything in its place. So you have to make sure that before you start baking that you have everything in its place. You have to put your hair up. You see this little picture over here where the woman, she has a nice napkin, she has the rolling pin, she knows what she's about to make. It looks like to me that she's about to make bread. And so all you need is the essentials for making bread. Now, see, for me, unfortunately, I can't show you my iPad because my tripod broke, but that's okay. So I have all of my ingredients measured out. I have my sugars, I have my butter, I have my bowl, which is eggs, and I put the vanilla extract in here with it, and then I have a bowl for flour. So everything's in its place. Hair should be out of the way. If you have an apron, or I have on a chef jacket, um, make sure that you have something to cover yourself, because I can get a little messy with flour. I don't know about you. So sometimes I get yelled at because I spill flour on the floor. Please don't do that. I don't want your mother to get you, or your father. Everything should be room temp. The other thing that is very important is that everything should be out of the refrigerator. Nothing should be cold. So I hope that you took everything out. And if you have not, take a minute to get your, if you have your paper, let me see who has their papers. Does everyone have their ingredients? Does everyone have what they're supposed to have? Does everyone have their list of things that they need? You can come off and say yes, please.
I have them. I just have them digitally, not like printed out.
Same.
Okay. Okay. As long as you have them. You have them. Okay. Everyone have them? Even if it's printed out, not printed out, I meant. Please have your list and your instructions on the baking. And let me tell you why. Because if you do not have what you need, if you don't have what you're supposed to do on this paper, you're going to be lost. And then you're going to be upset with me, because your cookie didn't come out. You're gonna call me a fraud. I hope you don't call me a fraud. But you're gonna be like, it didn't work. She didn't do it right. But this is your little Bible. Okay. So you have to have it. Make sure that you can read your ingredients, and make sure you have both sheets so that you can look at everything that is telling you to do, because you need to follow it exactly the way that it's telling you to do it. Now, most importantly, hands must be clean. Okay? Before you touch anything, you wash your hands. Does anybody know how long you're supposed to wash your hands for?
Like 3 to 5 minutes, maybe?
45 minutes?
No, 3.
Oh, 3 to 5.
3 to 5.
I was about to say that's a long time washing. And this is summer, right? Summer. So close. 20 seconds. But if you count to 20, it feels like a very long time, because you're supposed to wash your hands like a doctor. You're supposed to wash all of this and wash your nails, and so remember, if you're baking, you're cooking for other people, and you don't want nobody to get any kind of germs. So that is really important, to make sure your hands are clean. Okay, y'all? So everything should be out. So I'm going to give y'all a minute. If y'all don't have every ingredient out, you got to have your butter out, your sugar out, your eggs, your vanilla, your flour, your baking soda, your salt. Does everyone have their ingredients out? That's baking. Raise your hands or give me a thumbs up. That's great. Good job. All right. Whew. Got to make sure, because if you make it cold, trust me, it's not going to come out right. Instead of getting a chocolate chip cookie, you're going to get a biscuit, because you make biscuits with cold butter. So if you have cold butter, you're going to have chocolate chip biscuits. And I don't think anybody wants that. Okay. All right. All right, so we're measuring accurately today. We want to make sure that we measure correctly. One of the things, I believe it was Roxy, she said that she likes to cook and she doesn't like to bake. She just throws everything in there. And this is why, Roxy, we have to pay attention to the measurements. So, does everybody have measuring cups? Now do you see this picture on the side where you see the scale? Now this clear cup with the red, the bigger one, that's a liquid measuring cup. But then on the side, there's measuring spoons, and then beside it is for the dry goods. So this cup would be good for dry goods. So this would be great for my sugar and my flour. Um, so make sure that you have the proper amount. So the way that we are going to do this, because I want you to make sure that you have the correct amount. Now, before I move forward, does anybody have a food scale? Don't panic if you don't. You do. Great. Okay, so if you have a food scale, you can measure in grams. And so if you can see on the as you can see on the paper, it has the butter and it says for the US, it says 5 ounces, but for the metrics, it's 150 grams. Now, if you pour or if you put the butter inside of a bowl on the scale. First of all, do you know how to use a scale? Let me go backtrack. Do you know how to use a scale, Roxy? I think I saw your thumbs up where you have a scale.
Yeah, we just turned it on and then there's different units you could put, but it automatically goes to gram and then you just put something on it and then it weighs it out for you.
So there's one thing you're missing, right? So when you put the bowl on the scale, the bowl has its own measurement. Okay. So there's a word up there that says tare, and it's TARE. Okay. When you put the bowl on the food scale, hit tare so it can go back to 0. Yeah. When it goes back to 0, then you can put whatever ingredients that you're going to measure, you're going to do that in that particular bowl. But do me a favor, when you guys are measuring, do not put anything together, meaning do not put the sugar and flour in the same bowl. Please. We're gonna do this one thing at a time because I want you to get these cookies just the way that you want them. So back to the measuring. Eye measuring does not work for baking. You have to make sure that you are using the proper tools. So I have my measuring spoon. I hope you guys have measuring spoons, and it has 1 tablespoon and then a half a tablespoon, and then it goes to 1 teaspoon, half a teaspoon, a quarter of a teaspoon. These are very important when you are measuring for vanilla extract and when you are measuring for salt and baking soda. You know why? Ask me why. Okay, I'm glad you asked me. When you are measuring for baking soda, if you put more than what the recipe calls for, you will get what I got, and that is a baked cookie cake. We don't want a baked cookie cake. We want a baked cookie. Okay, so make sure you have your measuring spoons out, please. Food scales, they are the most accurate way to measure. But today I did not use a food scale. Today I just used my measuring cups and I went by what the measurement said to do. So I know that 4 ounces, or maybe I'll ask you if anybody knows what it in a cup measurement, what would 4 ounces be? Does anybody know that? Does anybody know what 4 ounces would be in a cup measurement? Like if I said I need a cup that's 4 ounces. Okay. So we know that if we're pouring something into an 8 ounce cup, that's a full cup, right? So if someone says they want a 4 ounce cup, then that means that they need a half a cup of the dry ingredients. And so what I'm saying is that if you don't have a food scale, you can measure in your cups, but you kind of have to it's math in there. So you would have to do a half a cup of granulated sugar and a half a cup of brown sugar. But you got to make sure you measure accurately. For brown sugar, I have my brown sugar here. Because brown sugar sticks together, you have to pack it in there and make sure that when you put it in your measuring cup, that it fills up the measuring cup. I don't know if you've ever, but sometimes if you put the sugar and flour inside of the cup, but you don't make sure it's all in there, you'll have a little space. And then guess what? Now your baked good is messed up. Okay. So we want to make sure we measure accurately. I cannot stress that enough. Okay, so we got measuring cups and spoons. We have a whisk. Mine is a little OD big, but this is my whisk. I know that's huge. Can you see it? Can you see my big old whisk? It's like so big, it takes up the whole screen. The whisk is for the flour because what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to mix the dry ingredients. We don't need a rolling pin, but if you have a rolling pin, that would be for like if you were making sugar cookies or gingerbread cookies or ginger snaps. Spatula. I have 2 spatulas out here today, just in case I drop one. Okay, so I have one and then I have another one for good measure. If you wanted to have like a hand mixer, uh, or a stand mixer. I have one behind me, but I'm choosing not to use that today. I'm not saying that you guys can't use it. I can walk you through it. So if anybody has a stand mixer or a hand mixer, we could still use those. The other thing is you need a cookie tray. Does everybody have a cookie tray? All right. Does everybody have parchment paper? All right. So if you can do me a favor, get the parchment paper and put it on the cookie tray. Yes. I'm going to give you a few minutes to do that. We need all of our equipment. This is what this is about, making sure you have all of your equipment. All right. So we got the characteristics of a cookie. I'm going to do a basic cookie today, but I can show you guys if you guys like a chewy cookie. I can guide you on how to do that cookie and mix that cookie together so that you can have a more chewy cookie. We don't want a spreaded cookie unless you guys just want a cookie cake. We're not doing that. But there's crispy cookies. Like, so if you decide that you want your cookies a little bit more crunchy, as opposed, let's say that it says that you have to bake the cookies for 10 to 12 minutes, you would bake the cookies for 12 minutes. If you like your cookies to be a little crispier, as if it's low in moisture, which this one is kind of low in moisture, but it has a high content of sugar and fat, which this one does. If you bake long enough to bake in the moisture, then you're going to get your crispy cookie. If you guys, you ever heard of Miss Fields chocolate chip cookies? Anybody ever ate those and love them? I'm not a fan because I can't eat cookies that are underbaked. But if you like soft cookies like Miss Fields, then I would tell you, and if your oven cooks, kind of fast, I would say if it says 10 to 12 minutes, I would say cook it for like 8 or 9. You know what I'm saying? So if you want softer cookies, and I'll remind you of this later on. Chewiness. Chewy cookies is a high sugar and liquid content, but low fat content, high proportion of eggs. So for my chewy cookie, if I want my cookies to be more chewy, I usually don't use the whole egg. I use one whole egg and I use the egg yolk as opposed to the white portion. If you guys want to have a more chewy cookie, I will walk you through how to have one whole egg and how to get that the white part off the egg so that your cookie can be chewier. And when you open it, you ever see somebody open a cookie and it just look like it's just like a opened shirt or something, like a crispy or a chewy kind of, you know what I'm talking about. uh, so you can make sure that you can have whatever kind of cookie you want. If you want a spread cookie, like that's what they use. More sugar increases the spread. Remember, I told you that I thought I knew what I was doing with my cookie, and I put a whole lot more sugar because I just felt like the teacher didn't put enough sugar in there. Well, I had a burnt spreaded cookie. It wasn't good. My pride was hurt, and I did not pass the portion of that test. So, moral of the story is pay attention to the recipe. Listen to your teacher. Any questions? All right, moving on. Okay, so you have different methods of mixing. Got one stage cookies where you're just throwing everything in. We're not doing that today. Today, we're going to do a creaming method. And what a creaming method is we're starting with cream. We're starting with butter. We're going to cream the butter, and then we add the sugar, and then we add the liquid, and then we add the dry ingredients. And we have to make sure that the cream and the sugar, the butter and the sugar are light and fluffy. And when you add the eggs, we're not trying to aggressively stir the eggs, okay? Please don't be aggressive when you are mixing the cookies. You want a tender cookie. You don't want a rock cookie. So you would just stir it gently until it is mixed. One thing that my chefs taught me when I was in school is it's nothing to rush with. You don't have to rush when you are baking. Take your time. Does anybody have a sifter? You know what a sifter is? You got a sifter? Okay, so the sifter, can anybody tell me what the sifter does? I feel like I'm talking a lot. I want y'all to talk to me. Go ahead, Roxy. I know you want to answer.
It's where you put like something and one goes down, like the liquid goes down, but the solid doesn't.
So like if you have like really big clumps in your flour, you can like scoop it and then like all the it'll just take out like the things with gaps that'll mess up the cookies or your baking.
Yes, it does. Very good. Yes, that's what the sifter does. Do you have a sifter, Summer and Evie? Do y'all have a sifter? Good.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. And you do? Okay. Good. So when that's the last portion of it, you will put the flour inside of the sifter, but that is the very last portion. We are not even there yet. But I just want to make sure that you understand that you are sifting that in because you don't want a lumpy flour cookie. Have you ever baked something and then when you open the cookie, you see a chunk of flour? Listen, I've seen it all. And you're wondering why that happened? Well, some people don't sift. And what I say earlier, it takes time to bake. So you got to take your time and bake very, very carefully. Then you have the sanding method. You mix the dry ingredient with the fat until the mixture resembles a sand or cornmeal. That could be used in you could that like a cornbread. I would call that you would do the sanding method because you don't want it to be you don't want to stir it too much, but you want it to keep that cornmealy, sandy kind of taste. You ever taste cornbread? Cornbread tastes a little like rough and sandy. You ever taste a cornbread? But it's good, and you put moisture in it. But the sponge method. This is when you. Oh, sorry about that. I went too far. Oh, what happened? Oh, okay. Sponge method. When you whip the eggs, you could do. Remember, I was talking about the yolk and the whole egg and the whites. That all depends on what kind of cookie you want. It all depends on what kind of lightness you want. And has anybody ever made macaroons? No, macaroons require like egg whites, so it's a very light cookie. So that would be the sponge method if you ever wanted to. Those are very hard cookies to make, by the way. So don't do it if you don't know what you're doing. Okay, so ingredients. I need to know that everybody has butter, white sugar, brown sugar, salt, eggs, vanilla extract, and either all purpose or pastry flour. Everybody has that? Yes. I mean, the ones that are baking. If you're not baking, then, it's okay. Um, Yeah, AP flour or pastry flour, baking soda. Oh, and chocolate chips. Don't forget that. Now, I like to mix my chocolate chips. So I got two different types. I have Ghirardelli dark chocolate chips, and then I have the semi-sweet. So this one has like a square chunk, and then I have the regular chocolate chip cookie, chocolate chips. So I like to mix mine. So if you guys want to have oh, you got you like Toll House? Oh, shucks. So you're gonna cut your Hershey bar up, huh? Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Because you're gonna make sure that your cookie tastes good. Please make sure that you have the right stuff. You don't want no nasty cookies. And if y'all friends are there, then they're gonna want to taste your cookie. Make sure it tastes good. All right. All right. So let's get to what we would consider the fun part. Okay. Do I have any questions? Does everybody have their, oh, yes, Summer or Evie?
Yeah, we have a question. Do you
Yes,
know
ma'am.
how many, like cookies this batch would make?
So it depends on how big or small you want them. It should make about 24, 2 dozen.
Have cookies for this.
We not muted.
Huh? She's never
Yeah, thank you.
So, like I said, it depends on how big or small you want the cookie. Okay. If you're going to do mini cookies, like I don't know why, but I like using the ice cream scooper to scoop my cookies, okay? But if you want to use a teaspoon, or if you want smaller cookies, or if you want a bigger cookie, then you can do 2 ice cream scoops and make like big chunky cookies, or you can use a teaspoon and make smaller cookies. So it's up to you, okay? How you want it. All right, let's get to the fun part. Yeah, I'm tired of hearing my voice, right? All right, guys. So let's get some baking done. So I need y'all to get your ingredients out. How many of you already started measuring? Be honest. No? Good. Oh, great. Okay. All right, guys. So who has your measuring cups? Does everybody have measuring cups? Okay. All right. So for your butter, if you don't have like a scale, you don't have to have the scale. If you don't have a scale, for the 5 ounces, you need 1 stick of butter, and you need, on the butter thing, it should have a line, and that line is what you would consider a teaspoon. So you would use 1 stick and a teaspoon of the second thing of butter. So that's what you would measure out. Did y'all hear what I said? 1 stick, and then cut where the line is of the butter. So the first one is the full stick of butter. Let's do that first. Full stick. 1 whole stick. How many ounces is that? Because you need 5 ounces. How many ounces is that one?
8. It says net
Okay,
weight 8 ounces.
8 ounces. So is that 2 sticks in there?
Is it 2 sticks or 1 stick?
Is that one big one?
Yeah,
It's one
big
big,
block.
yeah.
Okay, do you have a food scale?
No. But we
Okay,
have measuring cups and stuff.
measuring cups. Okay, so you need 5 ounces. So for this, you would need um 5 ounces of that stick of butter. So you have 8 there. So you're going to kind of have to count. Does it have the lines on the wrapping?
Yeah, but it says 1 tablespoon, 1 tablespoon, 1 tablespoon.
Right. So you would need 9 tablespoons.
All right. Thank you.
Make sure that you're measuring that right, guys, so that you don't mess up your cookies. And I would say, so you're going to take your 5 ounces or 9 tablespoons, and you're going to put it in a bowl. And I need you guys to tell me if I'm moving too fast. Okay? We're only on the butter part, so we're still together. That's me. I'm sorry for banging. So for you, Roxy, you would measure out 150 grams of butter, okay? Because you have a scale. And anybody else that has a scale, you would be measuring out 150 grams. The fun thing about butter, and when you buy butter, they have the measurements on the paper. So they tell you how much is in the stick. If you look on the sides, they have 1/4 cup, half a cup, 1/3 cup, and then the net weight is 4 ounces. So it's not bad that I call it the cheat sheet. And when you guys are done measuring out your butter, please take yourselves off mute and say aye. Aye, aye, Captain.
Hi.
Good.
Hi.
Aye. Okay. Who else? How many more we got that's baking that has your butter in the bowl? Aye, good. Okay. So
Hi.
does everybody have it in the bowl? If
Yes.
nobody, okay, great. Okay. So now that we have the butter in the bowl, Does everybody have granulated sugar and brown sugar?
Yeah, I
And
do.
okay, if you have measuring cups, you need a half a cup of granulated sugar, half a cup. Somebody tell me how many cups you need for the granulated sugar.
Half.
Half a cup. Good job. Half a cup.
Excuse me, miss. I don't got a cup.
You don't have a cup?
No.
So you don't have a cup. Do you have a tablespoon or a measuring spoon?
No.
You don't have a tablespoon, like a regular tablespoon? You know what I'm talking about? Like this.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah. I got that.
Okay, so you know what you could do? Count like, so you're doing a half a cup, so you would count 4 tablespoons of sugar, okay?
All right, hold up.
So you would do that 4 times. Then this is just the granulated, not the brown sugar yet. Do you have the granulated sugar? Let me see.
All right.
This is Isaac,
Yeah.
right? Okay. 4 of these.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put it in right. Put it in the
Ma'am?
butter.
Summer, is that
Put it in the butter right now.
Yes, put the butter in. So the butter
The
is the
sugar.
first thing.
Do we put the sugar in?
Did you put this butter in already?
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, I need you to put the half a cup of sugar inside of the bowl, the same bowl as the butter. Half a cup. And when everybody's done putting that in there, let me know.
I'm done.
Good. Thank you, Steph.
Yeah, I'm all done.
Great. Rima? Right. Great. I don't want to move ahead of you guys. Those that are done, though, if you guys can do a half a cup of brown sugar, or for Isaac with the tablespoons, you would do the 4 tablespoons of brown sugar. But Isaac, because brown sugar is so packed, you got to make sure that the brown sugar fills the entire spoon, okay? And you're going to put the brown sugar. So in your bowl, you should have the butter, white sugar, half a cup of white sugar, half a cup of brown sugar. So that's 5 ounces of butter, 4 ounces of granulated sugar, and 4 ounces of brown sugar. That is where you should be right now. No further than that. All right. All right. How you doing, Isaac? You good? Does everybody have a spatula?
Yeah.
All right. Because we're about to mix. But like I told y'all, this is like, I'm doing this with you. So we're going to, for those that can, start mixing your butter and your sugar together. When you mix it, make sure that you're mixing it where the butter is melting into the sugar in the sense of it looks like one smooth buttercream with brown and white sugar with your spatula. I gotta stand here.
Is this good? Is this good?
What's that? Do you have a Do you have a straight spatula like this? Like a regular, like a flat one? Do you have one of those? Something that's flat. because you want to make sure you mix it right and that it all comes together, you know?
Y'all going.
Okay, good. Yep. Remember that the butter and sugar should be nice and light and fluffy. Can someone tell me how my time is? Is my time okay? Am I moving too slow? I mean, between Miss T and Miss C.
It's 7:21.
Okay. You guys should start seeing it come together with your spatulas. We don't want any yellow butter showing. We don't want to see yellow. We don't want to see all brown. We don't want to see clumps of brown sugar. We want to see a smooth mix of butter and sugar. So if you have to take your spatula and wipe around the bowl, let's say you got some butter on the sides of the bowl, take your spatula on the front end and push it down. Push it down because you want to make sure you get all that goodness into your cookie.
How much of brown sugar do we need again?
Half a cup. 4 ounces. Half a cup. Do you have measuring cups?
Yeah. Sorry, we just forgot.
No, don't apologize. I want you to ask. Ask questions. You want to know. You don't want to have no bad looking cookie, right? So your sugar and butter mixture should look brownish. It's not brown like dark, but it's brownish, and it should be nicely mixed together, both sugars with the butter. Now, what we don't want to do is overmix, okay? So once it's put together, don't keep mixing, but make sure it's put together. Make sure you don't see no yellow, and make sure you don't see no chunky brown sugar. We don't want to see that. Okay, guys? Is everybody's ingredients at room temperature? That is very important. Please make sure your butter and your eggs are at room temperature. They cannot be refrigerated eggs. You will have biscuits, I'm telling you. All right, so we're measuring out 2 eggs. We need 2 eggs. It says 3 ounces or 90 grams for Roxy. So you're going to do 2 eggs. The average egg is about 45 to 50 grams anyway. So we're going to put 2 eggs in. And we're pouring this into the bowl with the butter and sugar. So I got my eggs, and I actually put a teaspoon. Does everybody have the vanilla extract? Okay, a teaspoon of vanilla extract. So your teaspoon is not a big teaspoon, guys. Your teaspoon is like this. That's your teaspoon. Can y'all see the teaspoon? That's all that you are putting in your cookies is a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And I'm only stressing that because, please, you will mess a beautiful cookie up. You're going to pour the eggs and the vanilla extract into the bowl of your sugar and butter mixture. And you are going to mix it. Take your spatula and mix.
Wait, Miss, can you repeat that?
Your eggs, your 2 eggs. Do you have your recipe in front of you?
Yeah, we're still mixing because it was like a bit hard.
It was hard. Was it cold? Was it room temperature?
Yeah, we had it sitting out, but I'm not sure.
Okay. Um, did you do your butter and sugar mix?
Yeah.
Okay. And now you are going to do, for you, Roxy, you have to measure your eggs out to 90 grams. But for those that don't have a food scale, you're going to use 2 eggs. And y'all just let me know when y'all have it. You can take yourself home and say, I'm done mixing. You should have the butter mixture, the eggs, and the teaspoon of vanilla extract. It's gonna look a little hot as cheeses, but it's gonna come together. Because you're doing it by hand. 2 eggs, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract.
Yeah, I'm done mixing.
Done mixing? Who say your name when you're done mixing so I know, please.
Oh, Rima.
Rima, okay, you're done mixing. Just say your name before you let me know you're done mixing so I can
I put the vanilla extract in the eggs.
Okay, you mixed it. How's it looking?
Oh no, I was asking you if I put it in.
Yes, you put the vanilla, a teaspoon of vanilla extract and
Okay.
2 eggs. Yes.
Yeah.
You already did your butter mixture?
Yeah.
Okay. Like I said, guys, it might look a little, you know, crazy to you, but make sure you get everything on the sides. Once again, take your spoon and push down whatever is hanging on the sides. Push it down because you need every piece of egg. I apologize. My tripod broke, so you won't be able to see the inside of my bowl. I usually try to show you the inside of it so you can see how it's looking. But if you guys have like an iPad where you can move, maneuver, so you can show me how the inside of your mixture looks, I can see that so I can tell you whether it's correct or not. Who wants to be brave and show me their bowl? No one?
I need it. I don't need that.
How you doing, Isaac? You good? All right, guys. Is everybody done doing their butter mixture, eggs, and vanilla extract?
Chef
Uh,
Michelle, Stephanie's
Yes.
showing you hers.
Oh, I can't see. That's why. Hold on. Is there a way I can bring her so I can see? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Stephanie. Stephanie. Stephanie or Steph?
Steph.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Oh, wait, hold on.
And Summer and
Oh,
Evie
I
are
see it.
saying.
Okay. Yes. Yep. That's the way it's supposed to look. All right. Yes.
Wait, I put the
Mhm.
egg and vanilla extract with the sugar.
Yes, the sugar mixture. Did you mix the butter and sugar already?
Yeah.
Okay. Then put the egg and vanilla extract in to the bowl. And it should look like Steph's, Summers, and Evie. Those are the ones that I saw.
And Roxy
And
has her hand up.
Roxy. I'm sorry.
She has her
Roxy.
hand up.
Yes,
Does
ma'am.
mine look good?
Yes, I think I saw yours. Yes, it does look good.
I'm already supposed to.
Yes. Yes, it does. You're right where you're supposed to be. And guys, don't overmix it. Once it's mixed, you're good. Okay. We're just gonna wait a few more minutes for everyone to catch up. And those that are already done, make sure you have your flour. And you need, for Roxy, you need 300 grams. Okay. For everyone else that does not have a scale, you need a cup, 1 cup, which is this. Make sure I can make sure y'all see it. Okay, Roxy, you okay? You have your hand up. Oh, okay. So make sure you have 1 cup and a quarter. That's for your flour. You need 1 cup and a quarter of a cup. So if you don't know which of your measuring cups has the numbers, it should have it on the end of your cup. It should say whether it's 1/4, 1/2, or 1 cup. It should have it somewhere on the tail. So you need 1 full cup and you need a 4th cup. This is for your flour. That should be in a separate bowl. I don't want you to put that together yet. This is my bowl for my wet mixture, but now I'm putting together my dry mixture, and that's an entirely different bowl. Do not mix it together yet, please. All your hard work will be. Ooh.
Can you repeat the measurements again?
So 1 cup and a 4th cup. That's your flour. Your all-purpose or pastry flour. Yes, ma'am.
We don't have a 4th cup. We only have a 1/3 and a 1/2.
Okay. So this is where, wait, let me see your 1/2 cup.
The 1/2 cup was right.
Okay, so you would have to do half of that 1/2 cup, and that would give you a 1/4 cup.
Okay.
Make sense? So you have to do half of it. So fill it up halfway, but make sure that it's even. Make sure it don't have like a mountain heave or anything.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
It's supposed to be 400 grams, right, of flour, all-purpose flour?
No, ma'am, 300 grams.
Okay, we got it. We got it.
300 grams.
Wait, so I need how? I'm sorry. What's the measurement again?
Don't apologize. 1 cup
Mm-hmm.
and a 1/4 cup. So you need 1 1/4 cup of flour.
Okay.
Make sure that it shows that it's met, whatever your measurement is, make sure it shows on the end what's on your cup. Somebody's excited about eating chocolate chip cookies. So, how many people got their flour in the bowl? All right. Who has baking soda? Because you should. Because you're not going to have a cookie without it. Everybody got baking soda?
Yeah.
All right. You need a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. So, if you guys can look at this, this is your 1/2 teaspoon right here. And make sure you fill that up. 1/2 teaspoon. Does it say 1/2 teaspoon? Yes, that's great. If it looks like you have a hill on top of the spoon, take your knife. Is everybody looking, please? If when you dig it up, it has like a hill, scrape it so that it can be flat with your knife. You kind of like, so that you can have a great accurate measurement for your baking soda.
Excuse me, I got a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Is this baking soda? Like, I know it says baking soda, but like,
Roxy. Yes, it's baking soda, Roxy. It's baking soda. Don't panic. Don't panic.
Okay. Wait, what was the measurement again? I'm so sorry.
It is a half a teaspoon.
Half a
No
okay.
apologies necessary. Half a
Okay.
teaspoon. Yes. And when you're done with your baking soda, you're going to do a half a teaspoon of salt. Make sure you're not putting a whole lot of baking soda. We don't want a chocolate chip cookie cake.
Where do we put the half a teaspoon of baking soda?
You put it in the flour. This is your dry ingredients. Did you put your flour in a separate bowl? Remember, the flour goes in a separate bowl.
Okay.
And after you do the baking soda, you do a half a teaspoon of salt. I got my big old whisk out. So if you guys don't have a whisk, if you have a fork, that's fine. But you need something to stir the flour, the baking soda, and the salt. And I want you to do me a favor. I want you to count to 20 while you're stirring. Okay? 20 seconds. I know that sounds weird, but you're trying to make sure that the baking soda and the salt spread. It needs to spread.
Like, can you repeat yourself?
Have you put the flour and baking soda in?
Into one bowl or into the big bowl?
Into the separate bowl. You're not putting it with the butter and the sugar.
Yeah, they're together.
And that's just the baking soda and the flour?
Yeah.
Okay, then put the half a teaspoon of salt into your baking powder and the flour.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And then you stir 20 seconds. You got to spread that baking soda out because you want all your cookies to rise or spread, I should say. Remember not to don't put too much salt. Make sure it is an accurate measurement of the salt. Take the knife and scrape it so it doesn't be too much salt. You just need a half a teaspoon. That's all you need. And then mix it together. Mix it with the flour and baking soda. We are not putting it with the sugar and butter yet. We're not putting it with the wet ingredients yet. So. All right, how many people got your dry ingredients mixed? How many people still need time?
I'm done.
Say your name when you're telling me you're done, please.
Stephanie.
Stephanie, you're done? Good. Who else is done
Reem's
doing
done.
the dry mix? I'm sorry?
Jenny.
Jenny and Roxy done.
Jenny and Roxy are done. Good.
Rima too.
Steph, Rima, okay. Rima, Steph, Roxy,
S.O.A.R's done.
Jasong's done. Who else? Who else needs to be done? Or who needs time? Who needs time is the word. That means everybody's done? All right. Okay, you got your spatula. We're about to mix. Y'all ready? Okay, you're going to put the flour inside of the wet mixture. My mixture got done. Right, and you can stir it, but do me a favor, guys. Do not over stir it. Like, make sure it's mixed in properly. Mix the wet with the dry, but you don't want to like don't stir it vigorously. Don't be aggressive. Be gentle. It's a cookie. Make sure, like I told you before, take the spatula and push whatever is on the sides down because you want to get all the goodness inside of the cookie. You want all the flour, you want all the butter, you want all the eggs.
Chef, I believe Isaac is showing you his bowl.
Isaac. Okay. Let me pull it back a little, Isaac, so I can see it. Move it back. Okay. Does it look more like it's not soupy, is it? Okay. So it looks more like a wet dough. You know what I'm talking about? It looks a little moist to me. Oh, is that your flour or is that your whole mixture? Isaac, is that your whole flour or your mix just a dry
It's
mixture?
everything.
Okay. Does it feel thick or does it feel thin?
It's like thick a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, thick.
Okay. Okay. That's great. Anybody else want to show me their mixture? Just call my name. Let me know that you have your mixture and I will
Chef
look at it.
MJ,
Yes, ma'am.
this is ours. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I just saw. Okay, I see you, Steph. I think I saw Kimberly too. All right, who's ready to add the chocolate chips? Okay, good. All right, so I'm not going to tell you how many chocolate chips to put in there, but you should only put 300 grams. So if you're like me, I like to mix my chocolate chips. So I'm going to do a half a cup of the dark chocolate, and I'm going to do a half a cup of the semi-sweet because we're going to mix it up a bit because I like the flavor. However you want it. So if you don't have two different chocolate chips, by all means, put a full cup in there. Hence the chocolate chip cookies. It is a chocolate chip cookie, so you don't want to not have the chocolate chips. You need the chocolate chips. Okay? And I'm not going to judge you if you want more than a cup of chocolate chips. It's totally up to you. And you're just going to stir them in. You don't have to don't whisk them in, fold them in. Like take your spoon and fold it into the cookie dough. And you should see chocolate chips peeking out, looking at you saying, hey girl, hey boy. Steph, you mix your chocolate chips? Good. All right. Whoever's ready to lay your cookies on your tray, however you want. If you want, like I said, if you want to do 2 tablespoons on top of each other, that makes it bigger. If you want mini cookies, you could do that too. The baking time is from 10 to 12 minutes. But remember what I said. If you want soft cookies, then you could do it for 9 minutes. If you want chewy cookie, you could do it for about 10, 11 minutes, depending on how your stove cooks or your oven cooks. My oven cooks kind of fast, so I'm going to keep an eye on it. If I'm saying 10 to 12 minutes, I'm going to look at it in 11. So, and make sure, oh, most importantly, spread your cookies apart. Do not put them really close together. You want to make sure that you have space enough for the cookies to spread.
We have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Do we have to put parchment paper
No.
down?
Yeah,
Or like
we already have the
masking?
parchment paper, but like, do we need like spray or like butter or something, or the parchment
Mm,
paper is gonna make it?
Nope, the parchment paper is great enough. Nope, you don't
All
need
right, thank
no
you.
spray. Yep. You're welcome, Evie. Evie said, all right, that's all I want to know. All right, y'all got your spoons? Who's ready to lay your cookies? All right, spread them apart.
Wait,
Like,
can you like repeat how like I would measure the cookie and put them on the tray?
oh, so tablespoon. How big you want your cookies, Mr. Jason? How big you want them?
I don't know.
Okay, so all right, so I do an ice cream. I do the ice cream scooper. But if you want a bigger cookie, you can do 2 tablespoons. Okay. If you want a big cookie, do 2 tablespoons on top of each other and then measure them out 2 inches apart.
So like this would be fine.
That would be great.
Oh, okay.
But make sure that you spread them apart because you don't want them to run into each other. So 2 inches apart, okay? I'm putting my cookie dough in on the parchment paper. Your cookie dough should be nice and smooth. It should not be watery. It should not be floury. It should be nice and smooth so that the cookie come out nice and spread and chewy and gooey with the chocolate in there. You should be able to put 12 cookies on a cookie tray. Unless you're doing really big cookies. If you're doing big cookies, you may only get like 6. It really is up to you how many you do or what size you want. Okay, I'm gonna put my cookies in. If you're ready to put your cookies in, join me. And if you have a timer, if you don't have a timer on your oven, put a timer on your phone. You don't want to over bake your cookie. I put mine on 10 minutes because my oven cooks really fast. If you have more than one cookie tray, you could put all the cookies in the oven.
For reference, it's 7:50.
Okay, so I have, what, a minute left?
No, class ends at 8:30, right?
8:30, correct.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you're to 8:30. You were good.
Oh, great.
Can you repeat the scooping part?
Scooping. So if you want a bigger cookie, you would take your scoop, the ice cream scoop, and you would put one down and then you would scoop again and put another one on top of it if you want a big cookie. If you want a small cookie, you just take a scoop and just spread them apart 2 inches. One scoop, lay it down, and then move. And you know what you could do? Show me how you have them spread apart, and I'll show you if you're doing them right, Jason. I can't move my computer because unfortunately it's Does anybody have any questions? Any aha moments? If you have a question, you could just take yourself off of mute and just say your name and tell me your question if you have any. So for future reference, I know that some of you had said that you had your recipes on your phone, and there's nothing wrong with that because I understand technology is just great. But if you ever want to remember your recipe, and let's say you're away somewhere and you don't have a phone and you just want to make some cookies, if you write the recipe down on a piece of paper, writing somehow helps you to remember what you're doing. And you can remember, like, I really can make cookies without a recipe. I mean, it takes time, but if you write them down, you'll memorize what you're doing. And just for a future, if anybody is vegan or was vegan or want to be vegan, you don't have to use eggs. You can use a banana, half a banana, or you can use applesauce. I've even used a flaxseed egg because some people don't like eggs. So, and if you want a sweeter cookie, because these cookies are not really, really sweet, but they are very flavorful, you would have to alter the entire recipe because you don't want your cookie to have so much sugar that it winds up burning. So you're getting big cookies, Jason. I'm feeling like you want big cookies, Jason. I think you want big cookies. It looks like you're trying to do the big ones. Does anyone have a question? If anyone want to show me what you have on your parchment paper, I would love to see how big or how small your cookies are. Somebody's enjoying the cookie dough already. It's okay. My daughter loves the cookie dough. How easy or how hard was that recipe? Anybody want to answer?
I think it was easy.
Yeah. Yeah. Did anybody think it was hard? No? Good. You think you could do it again? Like by yourself? Roxy said no. Why? Roxy, you can't.
Honestly, right now it's really Jenny running the kitchen. I'm
Jenny
actually
looks like she got an apron on. She knows what she's doing, okay?
yes, she
Said,
does.
she said, I am the chef. She said, back up. All right. All right, let me see some of those cookie trays. Hopefully my cookies will get done and I can show y'all how mine came out. Yeah, I like to make mine by hand. How you doing, Isaac? Did you put your cookies on the cookie tray? Let me see your cookie tray.
It's in the oven.
Oh, well, all right. Did you put a timer on?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
When
Good
I
job.
put my cookies in the oven, how long do I put it for?
So it's 10 to 12 minutes.
Okay.
When did you put it in the oven? Just now?
No, I haven't put it in yet.
Oh, you didn't. Oh, great. Because I was going to say, oh my God, how many minutes did you have it in there? How fast does your oven cook, Jason? Do you know? Oh, Roxy.
Jenny wants to show you her cookies.
Okay. Okay, Jenny. Jenny said chocolate chip cookies is the name. Did you put them in the oven yet?
No.
Okay. Those are going to be some big cookies, but I'm glad you only did 6. Very
How
good,
many?
Jenny.
How long do we put them in for if we want them to be like chewy but soft?
9 minutes. But you may
Okay.
have to put it for 10 because yours are big. So
Okay.
just put it for 9 and see how it looks because you have to underbake it by a little bit, not a whole lot. We don't want you eating raw egg. Everybody got their cookies in the oven?
Wait, excuse me. I hit it on bake, but it has like 375 from like the pre-cookie. But I don't know how to actually set it to 10 minutes.
Oh, so then use your phone to do 10 minutes.
No, but like I don't know how to like put 10 minutes on or like start it.
Can you hit start without putting in 10 minutes?
Wait.
Because it's on 375. You could just put your timer on your phone.
Okay.
But has it already been preheated to 375?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Then just put 10 minutes on your phone.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
We put them for 10 to 12 minutes, right?
Yes. How fast does your oven cook?
I'm unsure.
You're unsure. Okay. So then put it for 10 minutes. For
Okay.
10 minutes. And then do you have an oven light where you can click it to see
Yeah, I
what
have
it
the
looks
oven.
like? So turn the oven light on after 10 minutes to see where it is.
Okay.
Okay. So anybody want to tell me how they felt if this was their first time making chocolate chip cookies? How did you feel making them? And I think I heard from Roxy. But anybody want to be bold and brave and tell me what they thought? Anyone? I don't want to call you out. Even if you thought it was a corny recipe. What'd you think?
Seems everyone's very focused.
Looks like they're like, I'm trying to bake a cookie. That's it. I did not know how crazy it is to bake a cookie. You're like, oh my God, such a small thing and causes so many problems.
Yeah, I'll be making the vegan version of these cookies.
It tastes just as good, honestly. You could even do the vegan chocolate chips. Go ahead, Rosie. Roxy. I said Rosie. Roxy.
I personally have a new level of respect for Rima because I cannot do this. I cook. I don't bake, guys. I don't bake. She bakes, but I don't bake.
Yeah, I bake.
Yeah, she bakes.
I can tell she bakes. She got the chef. She got her apron on. I mean, you can't tell her nothing right about now. I like to see how big those cookies come out. I feel like I should have put more chocolate chips in mine. So I think I saw Evie and Summer with Kerrygold butter. Do y'all like Kerrygold butter? Or you just bought it because
No,
it's
I usually get grass fed butter.
I
Like
like
grass fed.
Kerrygold.
I like Kerrygold too. It's one of the best butters.
I
One
get
of them.
grass fed. I'm healthy.
You healthy? Okay. You
Hey,
healthy, huh?
chef, when
Yes,
you get a
sir.
chance, you should try the Irish version of the butter that's sold at Walmart.
I'm sorry, say that again. Chef?
You should use the countryside creamer, Irish butter that they sell at Aldi's.
Oh, is it good?
Oh man, it's fire.
Oh, I have to try
It's
that.
fire. It's carry gold about, I don't know, 25 to 30% cheaper.
Oh, because Kerrygold is pretty pricey.
Yep. I tried it out one day and I was like, oh, it's the exact same property, same flavor, same texture. Yeah. Let me go with this $2.50 cheaper Irish butter.
Listen, I'm gonna have to follow you on that one because I was like crying. Jeez. All right, so my cookies came out, and I always like to grab them while they hot. It came out nice and soft, and whew. I'm gonna try it for y'all because y'all cookies not done yet. It spread real nice too, y'all. And it wasn't that bad. I still have another dozen to make, but if I make them all, my son gonna eat them all. Now I don't know about y'all, but I like mine to be a little darker around the edges because I like it crispy. And then when you bite into the middle, you just get all that chocolate. No. Did y'all see my cookie fall? My cookie fell.
Yes, we saw your cookie. You look good.
It fell.
Oh
Oh,
no.
oh,
Oh, that's okay. I have 11 more. I'm gonna leave it because I know somebody gonna eat it. My floor ain't crazy. Don't eat off the floor. Oh my God. They all came out so good, y'all. All right, I need to see some cookies. And here's another, I know this is really fattening, but I mean, I'm gonna say it anyway. If you ever want to spice up your life, get a little bit of ice cream and get two cookies and put some ice cream in the middle of your freshly baked cookies. That is so greedy. I know, but whew. Oh, Steph, look at your cookies. All right. Did you taste one? Did you like it? Oh, you gotta talk to me, Steph.
Mm-hmm.
Did you liked it?
I'm eating one right now.
It tastes good
Mm-hmm.
and it's not too sweet, right?
Mm-mm.
Good. All right. Well, I'm gonna eat my cookie with Steph because I don't want her to eat it by herself. It tastes better when it's hot, y'all. Ooh, it's really hot. Did anybody put nuts in their cookies? That was optional, but I didn't know if anybody did. Oh, most important thing, cooling time. Ooh, Summer, take yourself off mute. You and Evie got to tell me what y'all thought.
It's really
It
good.
tastes good. It tastes
Yeah.
like, yeah, it tastes like homemade, but it tastes like, you ever had McDonald's cookies?
Miss, it's my cookie.
Huh?
McDonald's cookies, I love it.
It tastes like McDonald's cookies. All right. Oh, Isaac, you got your cookie too?
Yeah,
How it tastes? Now, did you get? Now, let me see your cookie, Isaac. Let me see. All right. Did you taste it? Let's see.
tastes a little
What do you
salty.
think? How much salt did you put in there, Isaac?
A little bit,
What's a little bit?
like a spoon. Like,
No. You're supposed to put a half a teaspoon.
damn.
That's okay,
That's my
Isaac.
bad.
Language.
Half a teaspoon, half a teaspoon. Remember? Okay, Roxy. Let me see them big cookies.
How long does it take? How long do we let it rest for when it comes out of the oven?
Oh, that's where I was going, honey. So you have to cool your cookies. Take them off of the tray. I have a cooling rack, but I don't know if you guys have a cooling rack. So I would say find another cookie tray that hasn't been in the oven, and put your cookies on a clean cookie tray to let it cool. Okay, and you can let it cool for 5 minutes.
Okay, thank
That
you.
that was a great question. Y'all better pay attention. She be asking the good questions. Can you guys still hear me?
Yes.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Great. I had to take my things off because I have to get the cooling rack. So this is what a cooling rack look like. Okay. And this is what I'm going to put my cookies on to cool it with my spatula. Anybody else cookies came out? Roxy, how your cookies doing?
We're about to take them out in literally 5 seconds. The timer's about to go off.
Yeah.
That's exciting. I'm telling you. Nothing like a good cookie. So Isaac, next time do a half a teaspoon of salt.
Okay.
That's too much salt. You'll be angry.
Get in your phone.
Is anybody making all of their cookie dough tonight? Or y'all saving it? So what didn't you like about the recipe? Anybody? Did anybody not like anything about the recipe?
I did my cookie.
Let me see. Oh, that don't look bad though.
Just show it. Like it's hot.
Well, try to bite it. It tastes
It
better
came out
when
super
it's hot.
good. Don't bite.
It looks great. Take a bite.
It broke my tongue.
It's hot. That's what I said. I think you're supposed to wait till the.
How'd it taste?
Is it good?
Here you go.
It tastes good.
Oh,
It's
chef.
just hot.
Of course. Good. I think we got a baker in the making. Okay, so it really only makes 21 cookies. Someone asked me how many cookies does this recipe make? It 21. If you do big cookies like Roxy and them, you're only gonna get about 12. Summer and Evie, how many cookies did y'all eat so far?
We had like how many?
We had two, but we made 24, but we got the second batch in the oven right now. But we about to take it out.
Oh, y'all did 24. Good.
Yeah.
I ain't made it to 21.
Have you ever did the
No.
like use it like okay, so like you know like sometimes like the cookies they're like not round.
Right.
Have you ever done the like the method with the cup to like you know like make
No, have you ever like made like a skillet, but it's like a square,
talking
and
about?
then you take it out, and then you like shape it. Like, what are you talking about?
But you use
For
the
a
cup.
chocolate chip cookie?
Yeah.
Like when it's like it was like a little bit flat, so we took like the cup and we like mixed it around. Like, do you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you liked it bigger? You didn't want it flat?
Yeah.
I mean, this dough is kind of soft. If you wanted to do something where you would do a rolling pin or you wanted to cut it with a cup, you would have to do like a sugar cookie or a
Yeah.
gingerbread,
Yeah. Yeah.
something like that. But yeah, I've done that. I do it every year for my kids. We do gingerbread cookies.
You said we were meant to get like 12. They were like big.
If you do big, you probably get about 12. How many did you get?
I got 12, but like my family ate one, so I have like 11 on the tray.
But that means you did
Good.
good. Congratulations. Look at you.
Thank you.
What did they think about the cookie?
They said it was good.
Hey.
I want
See?
cookies every Christmas now.
That's right. Make them for your mama. Ain't nothing like a good cookie. Did anybody else make cookies or finish your cookies? Good job, Jason. Good
Thank
job,
you.
Steph and Roxy. So I have a cookie where it got all the chocolate is in this one. It's in the middle, and all you see is chocolate. This is a problem. All right, let's see your cookies, Roxy and crew. Wow. Look at those cookies. Boy, those some big cookies.
All y'all need is one cookie. That is it.
That's a big cookie.
I'll take the other 11.
Wow. That looks great.
A little side of ice cream, you good to go.
Listen, I just said put it in between, child. That is just good eating.
All right, y'all. Everybody did really good with those cookies. I love it.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate y'all.
I guess they're making the dessert for the gala, right?
Well, okay.
Hey,
That's
man, we'll have them all baked cookies.
Hey.
Cake this year, we'll do cookies.
Right.
They look delicious. Good job, y'all. Thank y'all for having me. All right.
Um,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Chef Michelle. I was just gonna speak with Chef Dre about I don't know if there's um something they have to do before.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
I got you. I got you, Miss T.
Uh,
Oh, my nose was running. I had to step away, and I can't seem to catch it today. So, my nose is running. All right, scholars. Let me pull up my camera. Hey, Michelle, if you'll stop sharing for me.
Yes.
Let me change my background so to match the video. Boom. All right, scholars. Everybody enjoy making chocolate chip cookies tonight? Excellent, excellent, excellent. Well, Chef Michelle, thank you so much, as always, coming in and showing the youth how to make chocolate chip cookies. And we are actually at the end of the classes for H&T for the hospitality and culinary basics and travel. So the next two classes that we're going to have is Monday, we're going to have a practice, excuse me, Tuesday, we're going to have a practice session for your end of course requirements. So everybody knows the two end of course, it's in Google Classroom. You know, you're going to do a full travel itinerary with all the information that you need from your destination to your airport codes to activities, how much it's going to cost, who's taking with you, et cetera, et cetera. Or you do, now that you've had two classes on how to cook two different things, you got to cook salad and boil an egg, and then you got to make very simple chocolate chip cookies. You make a social media type video, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, whichever ones you use, Instagram type video where you're making your own recipe. Now, you don't have to create a recipe. You can use a recipe that's already out there, but I would challenge you to create your own, create something new, right? But it's not a requirement. It's just that, you know, as a chef, I'm always looking to expand, right? And sometimes creativity comes from mistakes, actually, right? So those are the two things for your end of course. End of course will be next Thursday, okay? And everybody will be presenting either the travel itinerary or they'll be showing their video. You can send if you already did your video, you can email it to info@S.O.A.R because I know that some of you guys are having some trouble uploading to Google Classroom. We'll have to work on that. But you can email your video to info@S.O.A.R so that when it's time for you to present, we are a backup if you're unable to present on your mobile device. Okay. You will have to introduce your video if you do it that way. But for the travel itinerary, you will need, you know, your whole slideshow, your whole presentation to be able to share with the screen and everybody see it. All right. Does that make sense? If that makes sense, everybody give me a thumbs up. Outstanding. So what is it? 8:20. So we're gonna hop into the Mentimeter. Oh, is there any questions before we hop into the Mentimeter? No? Roxy, give me a bite. All right, so we're gonna hop into the Mentimeter. I am going to put this in the chat. Copy. Okay, why is everybody logging off? Did I say
Yeah, I
class
was
was over?
gonna say something. People are looking up.
I did not say class was over. That's all right. Narrowed down the top scholar. All right, everybody see the Mentimeter? The link is in the chat. My computer is running slow today. All right, we got 7. Miss T or Miss C, how many youth do we have in here today? 11?
I believe there were 11.
11, okay. All right, I'm gonna give it another 30 seconds. I'm like, I promise I don't remember telling everybody to log off. But we see who is here. All right, we're gonna roll with 7. So we make sure we are out of here on time. All right, everybody ready? We'll start the quiz. What is the role of leveling agents in baking? Add flavor, improve texture, increase shelf life, make baked goods rise. Make the baked goods rise. The baking soda, the baking powder, leavening agents. It's all right. Let's go to question 2. Question number 2. What are some common leavening agents used in baking? You use some today. Sugar, salt, and flour, eggs, butter, and milk, baking soda, baking powder, and yeast, vanilla extract, almond, or lemon extract. Everyone has voted. Baking soda. It wasn't a trick question, but we used pretty much all of these except for the almond and lemon extract today. So that's why it makes the question a little more difficult. All right. Next question. What is the importance of measuring ingredients accurately in baking, which is critical? Save time and effort, impress guests, not critical to ensure baked goods turn out as expected. Baked goods as expected. Great job, guys. All right, so I think the donut is going to win this time. I'm picking donut. I forgot to pick it when the class started. We're going donut today. What is the importance of creaming together butter and sugar in baking? Incorporate air into the batter, melt the butter, dissolve the sugar to prevent the batter from becoming too dry. Now remember, you guys did all of these processes. Excellent work. Excellent work. Next question. What is the difference between all-purpose flour and bread flour? All-purpose flour has higher protein. Bread flour has higher protein. There's no significant difference. All-purpose flour is only used for baking, while bread flour is used for making bread. This is a tough one. Bread flour has higher protein. Realizing it in the class, Chef Michelle probably didn't actually talk about the difference between the two since we weren't doing bread in class. But now you guys know the difference between bread flour has higher protein content than all purpose, which is why you have the density of the bread. So, all right, question 6. I have to go back and adjust that other question. What is the importance of proper oven temperature in baking? To save energy, ensure baked goods cook evenly, prevent the oven from overheating. It is not critical to maintain the correct oven temperature. Ensure the baked goods. Question 7. What is the importance of cooling baked goods properly? She just talked about this. To improve the flavor, to make them easier to frost, to prevent them from becoming soggy, to ensure they stay fresh longer. My apologies, y'all. Yep, to prevent from becoming soggy and falling apart. Excellent. Question number 8. What are some common baking techniques? She talked about this in the very beginning. Mixing, creaming, whisking, and folding. Sauteing, pan frying, and grilling. Boiling, simmering, and steaming. There are no specific techniques used in baking. Number 1. Good job. Excellent work. Excellent work. Almost there. Question 9. What is the importance of understanding basic baking principles? To impress your guests, to become a professional, to avoid making mistakes, to bake confidently and successfully. Trick question. Yep, to bake confidently and successfully. To avoid making mistakes while baking, yeah, but sometimes the mistakes turn out to be great things. So it's okay. It's okay. Half and half. I'll take that. I'll take that today. Final question. Donut for the win. How can you troubleshoot common baking problems such as soggy bottoms or dry cakes? Discard failed baked goods, blame the recipe. That's the answer. By understanding the causes of the problem, there is no way to troubleshoot baking problems. Blame the recipe. Excellent work. Excellent work. All right, let's go to the leaderboard. I picked donut. Who was donut? Rima. Okay, let's go. Tim for the win. Watermelon. You know what? I can't pick the right food. I can't pick the right food. That's it for baking basics. You guys did absolutely phenomenal. All right, so I'm about to, if I can pull my Zoom back up. Excellent. Let me stop sharing. All right, give you guys a survey, and you will be done for the evening. As soon as I find where I put it. Here we go. And once again, thank you so much. After you fill out this survey, you will be good to go. If you have not submitted your LOL video, please do. I only have 2 so far. Just send it to info@lets.soar NJ, because we still haven't figured out what's going on, why you can't upload it to Google Classroom. But I only have 2 from the homework assignment on Tuesday. But once you guys fill out this survey, man, enjoy the evening. I appreciate you spending some time with us today. Okay, so Jaylene, you didn't have any problem. Okay, so I'm gonna go back in and check Google Classroom. If anybody else send it to Google Classroom, let me know as well. I'm gonna go back in and double check. Shout out to Miss T filling in for me today. I sure appreciate you.
You are welcome. Great class, great class. Next time I'm
like
gonna get my own ingredients so I can make cookies.
Man,
I'm getting
I
hungry.
encourage y'all every time we have classes. Hey,
I
you
know.
can join in. Come
Yes.
on. You know, I guess I can stop recording.